When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
There's nothing quite like the Honda Accord Hybrid and the CR-V Hybrid when it comes to exhilarating efficiency. With hybrid technology and thrilling capability, these vehicles deliver an electrifying performance on every drive. But what truly makes these hybrids special is the unwavering determination that inspires everything we do. Redefine your driving experience with Honda, KBB.com's best value brand of 2023.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA's moving lives forward.
Based on 2023 brand image awards from Kelly Blue Book. Visit KBB.com for more information.
Have you heard the news? Bechtel Jewelers is going out of business. Hi, I'm Lori, and I want to thank our cherished customers for years of friendship. We are liquidating our entire inventory with savings up to 70%. Come visit us in Inwood, now during our Diamond Stud Blowout, where for a limited time, our diamond studs are up to 50% off. Don't miss your chance to get the diamonds of your dreams.
It's time for the excitement of West Virginia High School Volleyball, featuring the Eastern Panhandle Athletic Conference. Tonight's coverage is brought to you by the Mirius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, Rock's Local Markets, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, Bechtel Jewelers, CMA Honda of Winchester, the Browns Funeral Home and Cremations, Orsini's Home Store, the Gary Kelly Allstate Insurance Agency, Hagerstown Ford, the Berkeley County Health Department, Modern Realty Results, and the Mansion Freddie Law Firm. Now let's send it out to our broadcasters for tonight's coverage.
We have reached the volleyball postseason. Welcome into Musselman High School here in Inwood, Klein Court, inside the gym of Musselman. So we get you ready for the first round of sectional playoffs here in the Eastern Panhandle. EPAC volleyball between the Musselman Applemen and the Martinsburg Bulldogs. The winner of tonight's match goes on to face the winner of Spring Mills and Hedgesville, which will be going on simultaneously. Dylan Bishop and Jim Klein with you for TV10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. Back in the studios, Colin McLaughlin. Behind the cameras, Nick Verzolini. And Jim, tonight, it's a matchup where we expect the powers of Eastern Panhandle volleyball, Musselman and Hedgesville, to be able to handle business and set themselves up another matchup on Thursday. But both teams that they're facing tonight have been able to get more success than usual against them so far this year. You sometimes have to go multiple years back to be able to find when Martinsburg and Spring Mills and the like get sets off of Hedgesville and Musselman. We saw Spring Mills do that against Hedgesville earlier this year, and we saw Martinsburg do it against Musselman earlier this year, including here in Inwood. So Martinsburg will have a chance to try to put more of that together into a full match, try to make the big upset. But Musselman starts their journey tonight for another state championship.
Yeah, the four-peat is definitely a possibility. I mean, right now Musselman's ranked number 2 in the state of West Virginia, number 2 in the AAA standings, with the only team ranked higher than Musselman being Morgantown in both AAA and in all of West Virginia schools. Hedgesville right now is ranked 3rd in AAA, Spring Mills at 10th. You drop not too far down to 18 is Martinsburg. Martinsburg has a lot of offensive potential. I mean, keep in mind, they've got Rhodes, they've got Villa, they've got Mosby bringing a lot of firepower. They've got to figure out whether or not the Strobel and DeLauder can be that catalyst to help bring things. And we just saw Strobel, number 27, hit a giant ball center. She's running middle. So what Martinsburg needs to do, I think, is they've really got to press the offense, got to have good serve receive, got to make sure that they can work the ball all the way across the front row and force Musselman to have to play defense against all three positions. Conversely, I think Musselman As the number 2 ranked team, they've got nothing to prove. They got to come out and play their game. They don't need to worry about their opponents. They need to worry about themselves. They need to focus on serve, receive, and serves. We've heard from Coach Martz before talking about being aggressive at the end line, but being aggressive at a high percent rate of success, serving, high risk, high reward. You know, somewhere in that 86 to 89% success rate while you're still scoring some aces, and we saw that last week against Hedgesville. Musselman pulled off a 3-1 victory, and 2 servers. We saw Allie Miller and Bianca Hutzler go on very impressive service runs where they scored between 5 and 9 points in a run. Going to be very hard to beat a team like Musselman if you're going to allow someone to go to the end line and serve 7, 8, 9 in a row.
That'll be the interesting thing to watch tonight. Of course, have to watch out for, you could call them trap games, as everyone always, like we mentioned, assumes Musselman and Hedgesville will get there in the matchups against each other in sectional and regionals. But you never overlook your opponent. We'll hear next segment from Coach Martz and Coach Nelson. Coach Martz said Musselman is fully focused on Martinsburg tonight. And, you yourself, Jim, as a coach, I'm sure you've been in the situation before where a team might be looking ahead, or they could be possibly looking ahead to a match after the one that they have currently, even if it's in the postseason. So you as a coach, what's your experience with dealing with that? What do you tell your team?
Yeah, so 10 years I coached, we existed in a similar situation where in the 10 years that I was in Washington County, all the schools made the playoffs. There was never a play. My first year was the first year where it was an open, all teams in type situation in Maryland. So I thought that was an advantage. And because in previous years you had to qualify to make the playoffs, the amount of focus that was in play was almost hereditary. So when I took over, everybody understood how the benefit of being in an open tournament situation. Now, we didn't install our full offense until after we had played the teams that we thought were going to be the most challenging. We played each opponent twice in our respective leagues. We didn't install any of our playoff offense until after that second match. So we kept the kids fresh and focused by introducing new things. We ran X plays. We ran some short shoots. We ran a full complement of back row attacks, what we called red, white, blue. So we didn't install any of that stuff until after we played. For us, most of the time it was Williamsport the second time. So when we rolled out that first practice after you played them the second time, and you start adding fun, new, exciting things to what we were doing in practice, it wasn't hard maintaining focus. And here's the other thing. Both these schools, these kids are playing club ball now. They've got a high number of very successful athletes on both rosters. I don't know that you need to worry about complacency, and I think really that's the word that we're looking at. I don't think you have to worry about complacency when you look at the number of state championship banners hanging in the Musselman gym, and I know that a number of these kids, we talked about Dunnigan and Chrisman could be in a situation for the first time in West Virginia history that 2 players on the same squad have achieved 4 consecutive state championships. Just imagine, if nothing more, those 2 kids alone should be enough motivation. You don't want to let those seniors down. No one wants to let them down. Martinsburg needs to focus on what they're doing, too. So I think it's going to be a great match.
We'll take a 2-minute break. When we come back, we'll have coaches' interviews with both teams, Mike Nelson and Sean Martz. This is EPAC Volleyball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
WV Medicine is pleased to introduce 8 new providers who've joined University Health Associates East and our medical staffs at Berkeley Medical Center and Jefferson Medical Center. Dr. Hafiz Subair and Dr. Casey Martin, Pulmonary and Critical Care. Dr. Kyrie Horsley and Dr. Alan Tenzar, Podiatry. Dr. Layla Elder, Family Medicine. Dr. Jack Gelman, Plastic Surgery. Dr. Brianna Barr, Hospitalist. And Dr. Jonathan Moss, Family Medicine and Transitional Care. Welcome to WVU Medicine.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
W. Harley Miller Systems understands the need and desire for reliable and affordable smart home solutions. Secure your home with a security system and keep a close eye on your family. Automate your home with a Control4 system and have smart technology work as one. Set daily schedules to control your thermostats. Push a button and set the mood for dinner by dimming lights and playing music, or just sit back and enjoy a movie in your own home theater. Put decades of experience to work for you. Visit us at WHMsystems.com or call 304-350-1931.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Back inside the gym of Musselman High School here at Klein Court. This gets you set for this sectional matchup between Musselman and Martinsburg with our pregame interviews that we had with both coaches. And we'll go ahead and we'll start with Musselman and Coach Sean Martz.
We're here with head coach of the Musselman Applemen, Sean Martz. Coach, before we get to tonight's match, first let's talk about last week. We saw you guys against Hedgesville, able to get the win on your home court after they were able to take the first matchup between you guys. What did you see in that one in terms of what you guys did better the second time around against the Eagles, and what you saw from that you want to take into tonight's match?
I thought we had a nice comeback in set. I think it was set 4. We still didn't play great in that match, but we hung in there, and we were a little bit more mentally tough when the game was on the line. But we played much better here on Saturday in the try against Martinsburg, Shady Springs, and Morgantown. So I thought we played at a very higher level in that quad.
So coming into tonight, Martinsburg, you guys are facing them again on your home floor. They've been able to take a set off you guys the first 2 times around. Not something that they're always able to do against you guys, but what have you seen in those matches against the Bulldogs that you think you want to improve on for your team for tonight?
Well, they did the first 2 times. We swept them on Saturday. It was 2 out of 3 on Saturday. We played much better on Saturday. They're a quality team. The days of automatic wins in this section are over. Everyone's got good players. Everyone's got knowledgeable coaches. So we're certainly not overlooking Martinsburg. Our sole focus tonight is Martinsburg. Nothing else matters tonight except them. If they're certainly capable of beating you on any given night.
So on Saturday, in those matches that you guys had, do you think you were able to build up the sort of positive momentum into tonight?
Yeah, definitely. We played really well against Martinsburg and Shady Springs. We won 2-0 and 2-0. And then we were up 1-0 against Morgantown and really dictated the first set. And then we had a sizable lead in set 2. We kind of squandered it away at the end and then lost a back-and-forth battle in set 3 to lose 1-2. But I think we got confidence in that match. That anybody watching that match could have went either way. I think they won 71 rallies, we won 69 rallies, so it couldn't get any closer in that match. So yeah, I think we got confidence. We played at a much higher level in all day on Saturday.
What has been your main focus for your team coming into tonight? Has it been more strategic? Has it been mental, physical, sort of technique that you've been working on? What do you think has been the main thing that you've been really wanting to drill into your team?
Well, we borrowed a phrase, and we've believed in this phrase for years. There are no little things. We've just been trying to shore up the little things that maybe in a long season start to slip away. You start to not pay much attention to them. One is the communication piece, our pre-serve communication, our communication with our hitters. So we was just trying to shore up those things, and of course serving and passing always. But those are the main things we've been looking at.
All right, Coach, good luck tonight. Thank you for the time.
All right, thank you.
We're here with Coach Nelson of the Martinsburg Bulldogs. Coach, coming into tonight, you guys just played on Saturday. a couple matches, including against Musselman, who you're facing tonight. How'd you feel about how things went against the other teams there, like Shady Springs, Morgantown, Musselman? The matches that you had there, if you were able to build momentum coming into tonight.
Well, we did struggle a little bit. I mean, I think those teams are all in the top 5 or 6 in the state. It definitely was a struggle for us. We had some issues hitting through the big blocks of those teams on Saturday. We did see some things from Musselman's match that should hopefully help us tonight. They knew that going in though, so we just learned from it and help us prepare for tonight.
You guys have been able to take a few sets off of Musselman in previous matches this year. What have you taken from those previous matches, the sort of successes you've been able to have, at least in a couple of sets, to be able that you have been telling your team that you want to continue to try to put together into multiple sets for tonight?
I think the biggest thing for both of those is we were strong in first ball contact. We need to keep our passes good, and we need to keep our serves in for sure. I think we need to stay smart with the volleyball. Be aggressive when it's necessary. Tip when necessary. They just need to be firing on all cylinders tonight for sure.
So we heard that you guys might have had a little bit of injury concern with Ellie Mosby with her ankle, might have been tweaked a little bit. I see that she's in uniform over there. Is she going to be limited at all? How is she feeling? And the health of your team overall coming into tonight?
No, she's back to 100%. She did roll that ankle a couple weekends ago, but she rested it as she needed to, and she's 100%. She's ready to go tonight. Overall, everyone's ready to go tonight for sure. There's no injury issues with the group tonight.
What's been the main thing that you've been wanting to focus on with your team coming into the sectionals here tonight? Has it been sort of more of the mental aspects, technique, strategy? What has been the main thing that you've been trying to focus on with your team?
It's been mental. They have to stay mental. We've dropped a couple close sets by 2 points, a 26-24, 25-23 type of match, and it just drains them mentally going into that next set. They need to stay focused mentally for sure. That's probably been the number one thing that we've been talking about here recently.
Finally, you're coming into Musselman's home court tonight. What do you tell your team when it comes to handling probably a tough environment? Obviously, Musselman has a lot of students come out for volleyball. It might be a loud, you can even call it a hostile atmosphere if you want to call it that. What do you tell your team when they're going into tough away games like this, especially for sectionals?
It's funny you ask that, because this is definitely a tough environment to play, and that hasn't been an issue for this group over the year. They haven't really let those things affect them. It's been their own mental, their own mistakes, their technique issues that have really messed with their heads more than the other teams, student section. I don't see that affecting them much at all tonight.
All right, Coach, good luck tonight. Thank you for the time.
Thank you.
Well, let's take a 1-minute break, and we'll be back with EPAC Sectional Volleyball here on TV10 and WRNR TV on YouTube in 1 minute.
After a car accident, what do you get when you call Mansion Ferretti?
You get more experience from a local law firm with over 115 years of combined service.
More respect from a team who treats clients like their own family.
And more fight, because we want you to get every dollar you deserve.
Experience, respect, results. If you've been injured, that's what you want in your lawyer.
And that's what you'll get when you call us. Car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, shrimp nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Welcome back to Klein Court here in Inwood, West Virginia at Musselman High School. We are ready to go for EPAC sectional volleyball here between Musselman and Martinsburg.
Yeah, and you look at the Musselman team, it's something that we started doing way back in 1993. Look how they stand in the pregame huddle. Everybody with the right foot into the center of the circle, right foot forward. It's the little things, the details that make championship quality teams. Everybody standing exactly the same with their right foot forward. That's the way you play championship quality volleyball.
Let's take a look at the rosters for each side here tonight, starting with the visiting Martinsburg Bulldogs. Number 1, Aubrey Killian. Number 5, Avery Sifford. Number 6, Addison Sifford. Number 10, Lily Campbell. Number 13, Cameron Sine. Number 17, Emma Bass. Number 18, Riley DeLauder. Number 19, Katie Zittel. Number 20, Skylar Bishop. Number 21, Ellie Mosby. Number 23, Anise Villa. Number 27, Addison Strovel. Number 34, Kira Rhodes. On the Musselman side, number 2, Raylan Kisner. Number 3, Bianca Hutzler. As we get the first serve from Skylar Bishop.
Perfect pass.
For the Bulldogs. They'll go middle. Ashley Fox, too much on her hit from the middle. And the first point of the night goes to Martinsburg. Keep going down the roster here. Number 4 is Reese Troxler. Number 5 is Amaya King. Number 6 is Ashley Fox. Number 7 is Ella Collis. Number 8 is Ada McCoy, as it's going to be an ace for Skylar Bishop. Another point over to Martinsburg. Number 9 is Ava Dunnigan. Number 10, Ashlyn Weatherholtz, although injured tonight. 11 is Olivia Alice. Number 12, Olivia Orlana. Number 14, Kendall Watcher. Number 17, Maddie Shelton. Number 21, Keely Crispin. Number 24, Avery Lark. And number 25, Allie Miller. So we'll get set here to Olivia Alice. Martinsburg keeps it alive. It's a free ball over the head of Riley DeLauder. And Ava Dunnigan cannot slide and get to it. First 3 points of the match go to the Bulldogs.
Yeah, we started with a mishit by Fox, which would be one of my pregame keys. Having the big 4 Appleman, Lark, Fox, Collis, and Alice, having them very involved in the offense.
Watcher will set up middle for Fox again. It's off the block from Mosby. It'll go Rhodes, and I don't think it ever went over.
No, I don't think so either, but I really did like the offensive set for Martinsburg, working it to both DeLauder and Rhodes. That forces Musselman to play base defense, so you might get more individual swings for Mosby.
Fox serves, too much on it. Martinsburg, smart to let it go.
Yeah,
it's 4-1.
Fox leads the team in aces. She's also right on that line at 86.9% service successful serves. Our goal was between 87 and 89, but she's right there.
Serve
perfect
sent at
pass
McCoy.
Again.
Will go to Alice, and that's in. A kill for the freshman, Olivia Alice.
And that's what Musselman needs to see. If Collis and Alice have good sets, good matches, Lark and Fox, it's going to take a lot of pressure off Chrisman and McCoy. We saw that against Hedgesville last week. McCoy and Chrisman getting a ton of sets. And here's one of the things also we saw last week with Musselman and Hedgesville. Bianca Hutzler went on a nice long run serving. And she gets an ace start. Yeah.
Yes, she sure does. 4-3, a little bit of a slow start for the defending state champion Appleman, but gotten back on the right track, only down by 1 point.
Yeah, and Hutzler, she's second on the team in aces with 67.
And Hutzler's next serve goes into the net. It kind of tell it hit off the side of her hand there, just really off the mark. Curved over to the left. Makes it 5-3 Martinsburg. And the Bulldogs' libero Avery Sifford sent that serve. Ada McCoy has to run up for this one to get it across for Musselman.
Oh, cannot
Still
get
is free ball.
Good spot, though.
McCoy off the block, and it falls to the floor after first kill of the night for the star junior Ada McCoy. Makes it 5-4. The Bulldogs lead. And Maddie Shelton comes off the bench to serve, down by a point. The freshman, been a bit of a serve specialist for the varsity team, coming up and being a player on JV and varsity. And the lefty sends that one, and she gets the ace. Looked like a little bit of a change-up. It just kind of dropped off at the last second. Ties this one up at 5.
You had a bit of a different look for Martinsburg. We've seen Kara Rhodes in the serve-receive. We've got both Siffords side by side. Right now, the junior Addison Siffords in the back row. That was off touch. That was a good play by Musselman's defense and a great swing by Addison Strovel. McStuffin.
And the down ball hit from Sifford doesn't go over, so for the first time tonight, Musselman is in the lead. Next serve from Shelton goes right at Sifford.
Yeah, not a good pass.
Villa gets a big swing on it. They'll go to Chrisman left side.
Oh, great roll. Did you see that snap and follow through? And this is a real tight set.
And
net violation on 23.
Yep, Villa got into the net as she tried to push that one over.
Just great athleticism, though, just to be able to get your hands on the ball. The ball was so tight.
7-5.
Shelton doing her job. I mean, she's doing it very well. She missed 3 in a row at Hedgesville.
And that one kind of clipped off the net. Dunnigan couldn't get to it. I think it hitting the net did just what it needed for the Bulldogs. Took a little bit off of it. 7-6, and Musselman needs to correctly make their substitution here. Shelton comes off. Ada McCoy comes back on. Katie Zittle.
Great serve by Zittle, but my goodness, what a fantastic pass.
And Lark, big-time roof by Anise Villa, ties us back up.
Yeah, but I don't really have a problem with that. It was a great swing. First off, a good pass, a great set, great swing. It was a person-on-person attempt, and they got the better of Lark that time. It still makes the defense stay honest.
Hutzler will set up for Chrisman. She's blocked. Musselman keeps it alive, though. From behind the 10 line, it's McCoy, and she gets the big-time kill, sends it at Addison Sifford.
Yeah, and that's a good mix-up. That's a wrinkle that Musselman has used in the past, but I don't recall seeing them run that specific play in that situation. Chrisman and McCoy were almost stacked.
Dunnigan's going to get an ace. Musselman back up by 2. The senior, Ava Dunnigan, one of the 2 seniors on this team that are looking to get their 4th state championship. Rare feat.
Yeah, very rare.
Of course, Kendall Watcher, 3rd senior on the team, was not on varsity for her freshman season. Skylar Bishop sends this one into the net.
And another interesting wrinkle, we're seeing Bishop hit on hand first. So some of the things that we talked about in pregame, withholding some of your offense, maybe there may be some new wrinkles here from both squads. I like seeing Bishop hit on hand first, even though she netted that one. And this is trouble for Zittle. Great save.
Hutzler goes for Chrisman.
Much touched. Good dig by Sifford. Back to Villa.
And a big-time dig up. Hits off the rafters. Hutzler handles it, though. They'll go back to Villa. Another dig by Dunnigan.
Oh, I like this. Look at the back set. She gets the single block. And this is what I'm talking about. This is where the 4 Applemen, Lark, Fox, Collis, Alice, have the chance to separate Musselman from the rest of the pack. Lark's got to make that count. Still, good offense. Lark, though, has now been roofed, and then a hitting error.
So it's 10-8. Musselman leads. Villa, her serve, big-time clip off the net, and it falls. Makes it 10-9. Perfect placement.
Well, off the net. Fox has got to react to that. I mean, that's a cheapie. It's a cheapie.
Villa lines that one towards the back this time at McCoy. They'll go back to Lark.
It's blocked out, and that's okay. That's an effective means. Blocking error.
11-9.
But there's still a difference from what we've seen in recent times where, there were a lot of sets to Chrisman, a lot of sets to McCoy, consecutive offensive runs. And in this case, Musselman really moving the ball around a lot.
Watcher.
Real high set.
Chrisman, big time swing. That one goes up, hits off the backboard of the basketball hoop that's up in the rafters. Comes down.
Yeah, that's a freak play. In transition, you have to drop step. You open your shoulders, drop step, find the ball as quickly as possible. And that's a shank pass off Sifford. A different colored jersey, shanking balls.
Just like that, Musselman's leads back up to 4, 13-9. Kendall Watcher serves next.
I'd go back to the 5 again. Ironically enough, that's where she goes, right to the Rhodes-Sifford combo. Good pass. Oh, my, it's got to be an angle. There's the touch. Villa thinks maybe that was out.
It looked like it would have been close, but Villa made the contact, so that's a kill for Chrisman, makes it 14-9.
Timeout, Martinsburg.
There is first timeout from Coach Mike Nelson. We'll take a 30-second break with him. This is EPAC Volleyball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
Bulldogs take their first timeout at 14-9 in set number 1 of this first round sectional playoff matchup here between Musselman and Martinsburg. Musselman looking to add another state championship to the rafters. They start their journey through the postseason tonight. The winner of tonight's match and the winner of Spring Mills Hedgesville going on at the same time right now will face each other on Thursday night at 7 o'clock at the higher seeds gym.
Yeah, Watcher goes right back at Sifford for the 6. That's a real tight set. I mean, very difficult to work around that block.
Right out of the timeout, it's another point for the Musselman on the roof. Ashley Fox and Olivia Alice were there.
There's just no room to navigate around the block when you send it that tight. Martinsburg, they caught the rotation early.
So there's that violation.
It's just a little cheat. It's a rotation error. So what happens is in serve-receive, you move from your offensive to defensive bases. So you have to be careful not to overlap. And if you leave too soon, then there's an ace.
Kendall Watcher on a great run of serves. It's 17-9. This is a 7-0 run.
Yeah, and if I'm Watcher, I'm serving pure 5-6. There's nothing more that I'm going for. I'm looking right at the seam. I'm serving that seam all day. Oh, look at that. She goes right at the 5.
It's almost like you were a coach or something.
Yeah,
you know?
She gets a free ball out of it. So, that's a quick. I like that shoot outside. Good dig by Villa, but
Rhodes, soft touch, sent right back.
Another good dig. This is over in 2.
Kept it alive.
Oh, there we go.
Fox out. Just barely. Tried to fit it into that back corner. Couldn't quite do it. 17-10 score now. Ellie Mosby checks back in. Heard in our pregame interview, Ellie Mosby.
Everything was perfect for Fox. Her approach, everything, timing. She just got to snap and follow through. Snap and follow through. I would have gone right back to her, actually. Oh, my goodness. In the 10 line. Off the net. Beats both blockers and drops the ball about 3 feet from the point of the net.
18-10. We heard in the pregame interview with Mike Nelson that Ellie Mosby tweaked her ankle a few weeks back, but according to Coach, she's back at 100%.
Yeah, everybody.
Seemed like any issues so far.
Yeah, I agree with that. Everybody looks pretty sharp for Martinsburg right now. It's just a first touch issue. One of his keys to the game.
Ada McCoy, big time dig by Villa.
Oh, my. And then this set goes away from the net off the The dig.
They'll go to Alice. She's blocked by Rhodes. It goes back over to Musselman.
Yeah, that's a bit of a faux pas. You don't want to give free for free. Man, Rhodes gets blocked again. She's so athletic. They just got to give her some room to work around the blocks.
And Mosby takes advantage of the overpass. Skylar Bishop, her swing went across. It was a diving play by Watcher to keep it alive, but it went back over.
Yeah, any question about Mosby's elbow with that? I mean, she was on top of the ball. She hit it straight down. Rejected, returned to sender. Kendall Watchers had a great seat on the floor looking at the ball coming right back down at her.
18-11. Skylar Bishop serves, and Ashley Fox with the finesse gets another point.
Yeah, but you know what the tip? Why that tip was effective? Her previous 3 swings, you know, and knew she had some errors, maybe off block. But the tip was effective because she was swinging away. You know, the defense gets back on their heels thinking that she's bringing the heat.
The serve sent at Sifford. They're going to go back from the 10 line with Villa.
This is a rough angle.
McCoy sent that one. Skylar Bishop's right there, though. A down ball hit by Rhodes, and McCoy thought that one was going out.
That's the communication that Coach Marsh was talking about. I mean, he talked about pre-serve receive, but in transition and free ball, the back row should be calling off the front row. You want the front row to be ready to attack, right? So if Fox can take that ball, she doesn't want McCoy passing that.
19
This is, again, another roll. Overpass.
Collis.
Yeah, she goes after. I like it. Oh, and Mosby's looking for quicks, and it was high.
McCoy, line drive down the line.
Yeah, it's a tough out for DeLauder trying to stop McCoy on a line shot. Real tough out.
20-12. We'll get double substitution here. Watcher will come out, as will Alice. And it's Bianca Hutzler and Avery Lark that are in. Bishop from Mosby lines it off of Hutzler. I think that
it was definitely touch. Definitely touch. Far lines person called. Actually, everyone called it. Great job by the Whites.
It's possible that it was going to go out if she didn't touch it. And I think that's her frustration. 20-13. Avery Sifford, the libero.
Great serve by Sifford. Good pass.
Collis.
Collis is a day and a half early. I mean, way early. Even on a 1, she's just like hanging there, just holding and hanging.
So it's another point on the board for the Bulldogs, but they'll have to get a lot more to come back in this set. Sifford at McCoy. This is a tough play off the backboard. And the punch from McCoy running up doesn't go over the net.
Yeah, that was out of system from jump, but got to have a little bit of concentration on that roll. I mean, it's going to be a free ball. I mean, the ball is so out of system. Sifford on a baby run here. Got to make something out of it. Oh, this is trouble.
And McCoy with the left hand pushes that one into the middle of the defense. No one home. 21-15.
Here comes Shelton back to serve. Shelton, the left-hander. She gets some nice movement on the serve.
Got herself an ace the first time. She'll send this one at Sifford. Bishop's going to set up Villa.
Set. Look at Crispin. She's got to hustle.
Yeah,
that's good coverage. It's good coverage. There's who are you setting? Who are you setting?
Villa gets a big swing this time. Beats the block.
Yeah. Lark showing some frustration, but she was all over it. It's just a matter of penetrating. She had good form, the way that she moved to the ball.
21-16. 5-point lead with 4 to go for Musselman. Katie Zittel serving again. They'll go to Chrisman. And she touch by Sifford off the mark.
I'm not sure if that block is set in the right location. She beat Bishop on the line side of the block.
22-16. Musselman trying to close out this first set. Ava Dunnigan serves, and it's a tough play for Zittel up by the net after the first touch. It's an ace.
Coach Nelson uses his second and final timeout.
We'll take the break with him for 30 seconds. It's 23-16 in set number 1. Musselman trying to close it out in the first round of the sectional playoffs. CPAC Volleyball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
Did you hear? Our WVU Heart and Vascular Institute Martinsburg Clinic has moved from the 3rd floor of the Dorothy McCormick Center to a new, expanded location with 10,000 square feet of clinic space. Visit the expanded WVU Heart and Vascular Institute Clinic, now located on the 1st floor of the Dorothy McCormick Center on the Berkeley Medical Center campus. Please use the new dedicated entrance in the rear parking lot of the Dorothy McCormick Center for any upcoming appointments.
2 points away from a first set victory are the Musselman Applemen. Out of this timeout, Dylan Bishop and Jim Klein with you for TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. It's the first night of sectionals here in the EPAC across all of West Virginia volleyball. Want to see if there's anyone that gets us some updates from Hedgesville in the Spring Mills Hedgesville matchup, or from Washington, the Washington-Hampshire matchup. If that's actually at Hampshire, perhaps. 23-17 now.
And just like that, the update comes through. Hedgesville 25-12 first set victory over Spring Mills.
There we go. Spoke it into existence. Villa.
What a great pass.
Avery Lark blocked. Dunnigan keeps it alive. Great dig by her.
And still, even though the ball got blocked, it keeps the defense honest. And look, Strobel was just a little bit late.
Villa somehow able to keep that one up in the air, but Rhodes couldn't quite finish the job and keep it alive. So it's set point for the Applemen. And it's Kendall Watcher who had the big run for the Applemen serving the first time around. She came in, started serving at 11-9, and it ended up growing the lead to 17-9.
Villa with a good down ball. I wish that Middles would stay home and block. And there is Allison. Wow, that was so close.
It was very close. I think that seems like the right call, though. Obviously, the
line judge standing right there.
Right there in front of him.
Can't take it for granted. I'm just saying, from our perspective, it looked like it was.
At first glance, it seemed like it was going to stay in. But it's 24-18, and Chrisman
off block.
Zittel sets across the court to Rhodes, and the miss hit is point 25 for Musselman. First set goes to the Applemen.
First serve to Musselman here in the second set.
And they'll start out. 2 more to go for Musselman to advance to Thursday. We'll take a 60-second break and be back with set number 2, the CPAC Volleyball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
We're the Skinner Brothers. Most folks only need a lawyer once or twice in their lives. And when they're injured or in an accident, most people don't know what to do. We get it. It can be overwhelming.
Nobody likes to be told you need a lawyer, but that's why we're here. We want to get you back to your normal life and help you recover.
So if you or a loved one has been in an accident, give us a call. Let us figure out how we can get you compensation.
Reach us at SkinnerWins.com or Google Skinner Lawyers. We'll treat you like family.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Back from our break here in between sets 1 and 2 for Musselman and Martinsburg. First set goes the way of the Applemen, 25-18. And while Martinsburg started off pretty well, Musselman got their things together and grew the lead from 10-9 to 17-9, and they never looked back from there, Jim.
Yeah, and here's my thing. If I'm Musselman, you don't want to take your foot off the gas pedal. That was a pretty sharp set for Musselman, and I'm not talking about the things that you expect to see. You expect to see Crispin put the ball away. You expect to see McCoy. You expect Dunnigan to play great in the back row. What I'm saying is that I thought the setters shared the ball nicely across the front row. They gave Lark, Alice, Collis, and Fox opportunities to swing, which forces Martinsburg's defense, and I know of at least one kill where I mentioned that Crispin was able to beat Bishop on the line side of an angle hit, and I think that that's probably because the block was set just a little bit tentatively in terms of the respect for the other attackers. So Musselman's ball here to start the second set. This is a great opportunity to keep that gas pedal pressed to the ground and get an early lead in the second set. Remember, Martinsburg had a 3-0 lead to start the first set.
They sure did.
I mean, this is a chance for Musselman to not let that happen and put Martinsburg really on their heels here in the second set.
First serve of set number 2 will come from the sophomore, Allie Miller. Martinsburg starting off with Bishop, Mosby, and Rhodes up in the front. Villa, Sifford, and DeLauder in the back. And that off block is going to be a kill for Ada McCoy. First point goes to the Appleman. Appleman of Musselman starting off with McCoy, Fox, and Alice up in the front. Watcher, Dunnigan, and Miller in the back for set number 2. This one served at Sifford. In the middle for Mosby. Allie Miller tried to make a play on it. Couldn't quite do it. The laser shot from Mosby. It's not everyone can handle those from her. It's 1-1. And we'll get a quick stoppage here. Alice had to tie her shoe. Skylar Bishop sends this one. Go back to McCoy.
It's over the block. My goodness. The Mangler is just so good.
Watch her back set for Alice.
It's a great swing. Great swing by the left-hander.
It's a free ball.
Yeah, got to use it if you're Musselman. Oh, and there's the quick to Fox, and that's in. Oh, I thought that was in from our point of view.
I think I could see it from here. It seemed out to me. It just kind of went too far over to the left. Not too far, though. 2-1. Martinsburg now leads.
Bob Euchre just a bit outside.
Yep.
Off block.
Again.
Good touch by DeLauder.
I'll go back to McCoy.
These are the things that you don't want to get the defense start keying on you. And sure enough, even with the big swings, it resulted in a kill. And once again, Martinsburg's up to start the set.
3-1 after the kill from Kiera Rhodes. Martinsburg started off set number 1. A 3-0 lead and a 4-2 lead. Eventually, Musselman was able to get in control. It's a short serve from Bishop, and somehow Ada McCoy punches it over from in a prone position down on the court. And Ashley Fox comes back on the other side, gets a kill. Yeah. Somehow, some way, Musselman comes up with that point.
Yeah, no block. That's the thing. There was no block.
It's 3-2 now. Ashley Fox, they're getting the kill. Go back and serve.
Good serve, good pass. This is an awkward angle to Lauder. This is going to be a free ball.
We'll go to DeLauder.
Oh, Watcher's got to move her feet. Move your feet.
McCoy.
That's off block. Great dig by Rhodes.
Sifford, too much on the down ball. Goes out and ties it up at 3. So back once more to serve will be Fox. She'll send this one right at Riley DeLauder. And they go back to DeLauder. And her swing does not go over the net. So Musselman regains the lead. 4-3. Fox this time tried to get aggressive with it, but it hit the net and fell on the side. It's a service error, ties us up at 4. Back on the other side, it's Rhodes to serve. Sends it to Dunnigan. Big lefty swing from Olivia Alice. Another kill for number 11. Makes it 5-4.
That was just very impressive. I like the pass. That's scary good. And that the freshman put that away. Like, wow.
And she's looked more and more comfortable as the year's gone on. You could see some of the freshmen in her at the beginning of the year, but she's starting to get more comfortable over on that right side.
And now Collis, number 7, comes in, and she's running the middle. It's not like there's a shortage of youth on either of these squads.
And that one's in. Another kill for Ada McCoy down the line. 6-4. Let's see if, like you said, Jim, Musselman keeps the foot on the gas. Hutzler sends this
overpass.
Yep, overpass. Collis.
Oh, she needs to go up with 2 hands.
And Mosby.
And a free ball error. That's...
You don't see it too much from Mosby, but when you do, it does tend to be that she puts too much power on it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they expected Collis to tip the ball the way that she did. No approach for DeLauder, so that ends up in a soft roll. And this is a real quick. Yikes, that was low, but she handled it.
Villa up by the net, off the block it goes, and that's going to be a kill for Anise Villa.
Yeah, another tight low set. She had to come through, and actually Villa went left-handed on that push.
And you saw Ada McCoy get a point on a similar kind of offhand push. 7-5.
Nice save by, oh my goodness.
Overpass. Dunnigan.
Hustler is collecting the miles, and Lark with the big swing.
Tough play for Villa.
Oh, that might have been out. The ball came off flat. This is a roll.
And Miller is going to send this one out. 7-6. Another serve from Sifford. This one tied up by the net. Hutzler gets in the net as she tries the set. 3 straight for the Bulldogs. Ties it back up at 7. Here's Avery Sifford. And there's another tight one. Hutzler this time stays out of the net, but it ends up a free ball. Villa push, finds the hole. It's another kill.
At some point, Hutzler is going to have to figure out. She's got to see that Villa, when she comes in with 2 hands, you know what I mean? She's not showing that attack situation. You got to read that.
Hutzler will go back to McCoy, and down the line, it's another kill.
Yeah, right over to DeLauder, line side.
The McCoy and Miller are out. Chrisman and Shelton in. Tied at 8 now. Back to the 5'6" freshman, Maddie Shelton. Bishop goes back to Villa. Big swing, and the kill beats the block. And just like that, Shelton back out, McCoy back in. There you go. That's what Shelton's in for, to serve. Once Martinsburg got the point, they go back to McCoy.
Great serve by Zittel. Did her job.
The back
Lark
set
gets
for
a
Lark.
kill.
Rides the net and stays in front.
Yeah, every time Lark, Fox, Collis, and Alice put one away, it's got to be confounding to the opponent. I mean, you expect to see Chrisman and McCoy getting big swings, but
9-9. Number 9, Ava Dunnigan gets an ace. 10-9. Here we go. This was our exact score when Musselman went on its big run in set number 1. And there's another ace. 2 in a row for Ava Dunnigan. (11-9) is our score now. See if third time's the charm. It sure isn't for the Bulldogs. They let it go, and it's in.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this isn't the time where you call a timeout. I mean, it's a little bit early in the set, but the problem is that at 9:14 in the last set, they were outscored 9-7. So it's
no go. Villa, another
but again,
tip.
Villa came in with both her hands up.
It is pretty telegraphed when she's doing it.
Right.
12-10. After 3 straight aces from Ava Dunnigan. Bulldogs pull it back to just a 2-point lead.
It's out. Yeah, good call.
And, yep, service error.
Yeah, and that's unfortunate for Villa because Villa is typically a very high percentage server. She's at 89.9% of the season, even though she's second on the team in aces, only behind Bishop's 58 aces and 92%, 91.8 actual. I mean, these are very good servers, and that's an uncharacteristic error for Villa. Oh, and a serve-receive problem for Libero.
Dunnigan's going to set for Alice. Dig by Villa.
Alice is feeling it. My goodness, she's feeling it. Watch her with a nice dig. Alice comes back again, and she punches it. Alice getting set 2 in a row and handling it. And a kill from McStuffin.
Addison Strovel beats the block, 13-11. The Bulldogs survive a possible big run from Kendall Watcher as the server. That was her only one that she'll get this go-round. Chrisman.
It's blocked. That was blocked. Mosby got all that with her left hand.
Another point for Martinsburg, 13-12. They're staying alive. Not letting Musselman get that big run like they had in the first set. At least not yet. I know Musselman can go off for a run at any time.
And Strovel's no slouch at the end line either. At almost 87% service rate.
There's a kill for Bishop.
And the string continues for Strovel at the end line. She's tied it up.
13 apiece.
She has 19 aces on the season, 91 total points. And she's almost an 86.9% server. A lot of movement on that. Difficult. This is trouble for Chrisman. Yeah, it was blocked. The back set was real tight. And Chrisman didn't have a lot of room to work. This is an awkward rotation because you've got a right-hander on the right side and a left-hander on the left side. And then there's the error by Strovel. McStuffins did her job.
That's the end of that rotation. 14-14 is now our score. And go back around to where we started with Allie Miller. Same 6 out there for the Applemen as when they started, and that's an ace for the sophomore. Bulldogs nearly in their starting rotation here. Katie Zittel out there instead of Riley DeLauder. I'll go to Bishop. Nothing doing yet. McCoy. There's the dig from Villa way up in the air. Zittel sets, and they're going to call the hands on Zittel. 16-14.
Second set update for Hedgesville, up 9-8 right now. They've got a tight one in Hedgesville, just like we've got a tight one here. 16-14, Musselman on top. Miller with a second consecutive serve.
That was after a big 25-12 first set win for Hedgesville.
Oh, and then Alice launched one there.
Yeah, way too much on that one.
Yeah, timing, she got under it.
16-15. Bulldogs staying alive. Go back to the senior captain, this future Shepherd Ram. Skylar Bishop. And
she gets an ace, and that's what she does.
Gets the ace.
Yeah, she's serving at 91.8%. She leads the team 203 points, and she came into this match with 58 aces to lead her team. Very consistent at the end line.
We're tied up again.
And that was a bullet right at the 5.
We'll go to Fox. She's blocked by Mosby. They'll go to
go
McCoy.
angle.
Blocked
I don't know
again.
if it went.
And that's what they'll say. I think that's right. 17-16, Musselman is trailing. Bishop again. This time it goes at Dunnigan. They'll set McCoy again. And she goes over the block and off of Villa. It goes. There's the kill to tie it back up.
Yeah, but she was smart. She attacked the line that time. She's gone angle a couple times in a row there. Going at Mosby just doesn't seem like the smart way to go. But sometimes the set's dictated. If the set pulls you in, you have to make an adjustment.
Back around to Ashley Fox for the serve.
And just a great dig by Miller. And this is quick. It's a low set.
McCoy had to push that one over. They'll go to Rhodes. She's blocked. Will it stay alive?
Oh, good play by.
It will, for now.
Hallison College got a freshman and a sophomore right there.
Bulldogs get the point.
That congestion in the middle, I still think that would go away if you kept your middle into block.
Another 1-point lead for Martinsburg. Rhodes just barely gets that one over after it rides the net. Block. Miller was there, though. Alice beats the block.
Is this 3 or 4 kills now for Alice?
At least 3.
At least 3.
Tied back up at 18. Back and forth set we have.
Yeah, Martinsburg has a great shot right here in the second set to steal one. If Hutzler goes on a run, that's going to quell that real quick.
She sent that one at Sifford. The water.
Watching the hands. Caught it. That's through the block. A lot of hustle by Bishop.
Yep. Hutzler.
The roll.
She got there.
Oh, wow. Over the block.
Martinsburg gets it back over. Lark off the block and gets the kill. Spins off the block and falls in front of the 10 line.
And I would say that's a great job by Musselman. I mean, Martinsburg played that near perfect. You cannot argue that Martinsburg did not play that point well.
19-18 Appleman.
Well, I guess you can argue anything. But you know I'm right.
Yeah. And Villa never gets that one to go over.
Yeah, it was a low set. I mean, Bishop is way back, near the 10 line. She's trying to set that ball 30 feet. You've almost got to be behind the ball, coming forward, and she was almost static or maybe even backing up. Oh, and that ball's got to be out.
Tough play there. That second contact went up by the net. Bishop tried to push it over, but the bad angle. It's 21-18, and there's the first time out of the set for Mike Nelson. We'll take a 30-second break with him. This is EPAC Volleyball on TV10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Back out of the timeout. 21-18 Musselman. Martinsburg's been incredibly competitive throughout this entire set, but that was just 3 in a row for the Appleman.
Yeah, too many unforced errors for Martinsburg. That's just the unfortunate thing. I mean, Hutzler very aggressive there at the back row.
And Villa missed it.
Yeah, another unforced error.
Tried to go with another tip. One hand there. Soft contact.
even though the set's a little bit off the net in that situation, you still have that option to go for deep angle, deep line. Oh, and Hutzler gets a miss hit, and she puts her head down in shame, like she knows she miss hit, yet gets an ace out of it.
A devious look. She knows it wasn't what she wanted, but it was the result she wanted. 23-18. 5-point lead with 2 points to go.
Oh, great angle. Comes back to the 5. Bishop's really got to hustle.
She gets there. Villa.
Yeah, and Villa just that time goes good line.
McCoy off the block. Sifford's there. Back to Villa. Big time swing. Lines it. 23-19. Another big time kill for Anise Villa.
And Dunnigan's actually was a little bit frustrated with herself. She came up. She wants that competition. She wants to make that play. Over 1,000 digs in her career here at Musselman.
McCoy. Hutzler. They try to get back to McCoy.
It's in.
And just barely. Just barely. 24-19 set point for the Applemen. 1 point away from being 1 set away.
And Maddie Sheldon, a freshman, comes in. And she's got a wicked serve, the left-hander does.
This is pretty much all she comes in to do.
And she does it well. Look at that, a bullet serve up the seam.
Go to Villa. Dunnigan with the dig.
Perfect dig.
Tough play there for Lark. She gets it, though.
Oh, got to run through.
They'll go to Chrisman. And
that's
the kill. Up into the stands it goes. That's the second set point. 25-19. 1 point more for Martinsburg in set 2 than set number 1. And we have a very similar second set over in Hedgesville. 25-18. Hedgesville goes up 2-0 on Spring Mills. So the Eagles and the Applemen both 1 set away from setting up a sectional championship rematch on Thursday night. We'll take a 1-minute break, and we'll be back with set number 3 between the Bulldogs and the Applemen. This is EPAC Volleyball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
This is Eric at Hagerstown Ford. Over the last decade, the way we buy things have evolved. Now, you get on your phone, click Want It, and it shows up at your front door. At Hagerstown Ford, it is that convenient. We've changed the car buying experience on the I-81 corridor forever. And with a return policy better than Walmart, there's absolutely no reason to buy a new or used car, truck, or SUV anywhere else. Just like Amazon, Hagerstown Ford will deliver the vehicle to you, where you are, and on your time. And if you don't want it, return it. No questions asked. Why waste your time at a car dealership playing the dumb back-and-forth games? Besides, we hate it more than you do. I assure you, no dealership from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C. will beat our price. No dealership from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania to Baltimore, Maryland will beat our price. And no other dealership will allow you to return it if you don't want it. Hagerstown Ford absolutely provides the best experience at the best price. Visit HagerstownFord.com to schedule your VIP experience. Click on the vehicle you want and get your new ride delivered to you at no risk.
See dealer for details.
25-19. Set number 2 after a 25-18 set number 1. And we are 1 set away from Musselman getting themselves to another sectional championship on Thursday night. Dylan Bishop and Jim Klein with you for TV 10, WRNR TV on YouTube. Nick Ferzolini, our cameraman this evening. Colin McLaughlin back in the studio. And Martinsburg was much more competitive there in set number 2 than they were in set number 1. There was a big set 1 run by the Applemen going from 10-9 to 17-9. This time, really, it was the end of the set where Musselman started to get things going. It was 18-18, and the set ends 25-19.
Yeah, and I believe we talked about this in the set. There were just too many unforced errors for Martinsburg. It starts with a down ball error, a tip error, and those types of things give, free points to a 3-time state champion. You just can't do that.
trying to count the number of players out on the court that were just singing along to I Remember Everything by Zach Bryan and Casey Musgraves there. I counted at least 3. Zach Bryan big with the kids these days. And I don't blame them.
Yeah, a lot of kids were singing, weren't they?
Yeah. Skylar Bishop will serve first here in set number 3.
Same lineup for Musselman. And I absolutely do not have a problem with that. This is it. It's one and done.
Ashley Fox, too much on that one. Sails it.
Yeah, she just over-approached. She got too close to the ball, actually. She needs to keep the ball in front.
Bishop sends it at McCoy this
good
time,
pass.
and Watcher gets up into the net. So once again, the sets are starting off really well for Martinsburg. They're getting off to 2 and 3 point leads here very early in the set.
Yeah, and Bishop's one of the best servers in EPAC. I mean, she has the ability. She serves at a high rate, but she serves at a difficult. Oh, that's off block
from the back line. That was done again. And
on a free ball
air.
It
goes.
And it's unfortunate. It was way out of system, but that's the type of unforced free ball error that we talked about that you just can't have.
2-1 is our score. Ashley Fox will be the first one to serve for the Applemen.
Another serve receive error.
It works out, though. They get it over, and there's another big swing from Alice, and hesitation from the lines judge on what to call that one. Calls it out in the end. I think that was the right call. That was my gut reaction, at least. But he took himself about a second and a half to the side. 3-1.
Yeah, Coach Marsh used incredible restraint. I would not have been as patient. Would you say a second and a half? By 3/4 of a second, I would have been having a conniption.
Off the block, it's another kill for Ada McCoy. 3-2 Martinsburg. In situations like that, a second and a half feels like an eternity.
Well, with everyone in the gym, yeah, everyone's standing there looking at you.
So at 3-2, it's Bianca Hutzler to serve. Bishop Villa lines it. That probably would have gone out, but almost really couldn't get out of the way. It was too fast for Dunnigan. It's 4-2, Martinsburg. They had that same lead in set 1. Feels like all 3 sets have started roughly this way. Just barely over the net goes that serve from Sifford. And a rare hitting error from Ada McCoy goes into the net. 5-2. There's another serve from Sifford.
Oh, it's real tight.
Left hand for McCoy, and
it was touched, too.
Out it goes.
Yeah, that ball was touched. If she lets that go, it might be out.
6-2. Another strong start for Martinsburg. We'll set McCoy again. Down the line and out.
We have a timeout. Musselman.
7-2 start in set number 3 for the Bulldogs. We'll take the 30-second break with them. This is EPAC Volleyball on TV10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
7-2 after the timeout from Musselman. First timeout used so far tonight through to our 3rd set. by Sean Martz. Avery Sifford. Oh, that was going to be close to being out. Bishop back set for DeLauder. Lark's there. And Lark also there again for the swing. Martinsburg's able to keep it alive, though. Collis out. So the timeout doesn't work. Sifford gets the serve off, and then the Bulldogs add on another point, 8-2. Again, both of the 5-set matches, I guess we can call it.
Trouble, yeah.
So far this year, Martinsburg has gotten at least one set.
Never went, yeah.
There it finally goes back over to the side of Musselman, 8-3. We saw the Bulldogs take on Musselman here in Inwood. They were able to take a set off of the Appleman, and then on the Bulldogs senior night at home against Musselman, they took a set as well.
Well, this is tight. Good play, though, by Bishop.
Villa blocked, and it's in. Just barely. Sifford made a diving play at it. I think she may have dove with the intent of just letting it go. She didn't make contact with it. But it stays in, 8-4. And the freshman serve specialist, Maddie Shelton, sends
perfect
that one
pass. Perfect pass by Sifford. Perfect set. Oh, no, and it sails. Everybody's begging for touch. There is a touch called.
Wow. 9-4. So it's Katie Zittel serving next. She's going to send this one at McCoy. Lark off the block, gets the kill. Cuts the deficit to 4. Collins comes off, Fox comes on. Dunnigan next to serve. Drops that one over to Addison Sifford. Free ball from Bishop. Hutzler's going to set left side. Chrisman gets another kill. 2 in a row for Musselman.
And that's really how you have to do it. When you get down, 7-2, situations like that, 9-4, you can't trade. So you got to go 2 for 1 or 3 for 1.
Dunnigan at Addison Sifford again.
Yeah, it's another out-of-system situation, another free ball to a team that you just can't give free balls to. And a real late hand call, real late.
It was.
Yeah, the decision is made way, way late to blow the hands. It's
10-6. I think you heard Coach Martz was basically saying the official's looking at the spin of the ball to decide whether he thinks it was a hands call.
Right, and that's not appropriate because, the laws of physics. In motion, stay in motion. So if the ball comes in with a spin, it should come out with a spin.
Chrisman blocked. The roof. Skylar Bishop. Addison Strovel there.
They don't call her McStuffin for anything. My goodness.
11-6. Bulldogs trying to sustain this lead. And McCoy. Hutzler. Lark. Villa wants it. She gets it from the back line.
Line, got to be line.
And Chrisman.
Wow, she
decides.
fooled me. Yeah, she fooled me. She came in with her hand back and extended and dropped it right over the block. I thought actually she was going to go line.
Worked out, fooled Martinsburg as well. It's 11-7.
Oh, that's out. Oh, my goodness, the ball had to be out. And it's a free ball into good transition.
Chrisman again in
And it's a
over
line
the
ball.
head
Yeah.
of Zittel. Leads back down 3 again. Musselman trying to work their way back into this one. Again, the first 2 sets both saw strong starts by Martinsburg. We saw a first set run when Washer was serving, but we won't get one this time as Addison Strovel gets the kill off the block.
Yeah, single block situation for Addison, and Addie's able to get the kill.
12-8. Strovel at McCoy. Chrisman off a block. Zittle's there. And Bishop hitting error into the net. Makes it 12-9. Chrisman comes off. Miller comes in, and Miller will serve. And that's a tough first contact from Sifford, but it works out in the end. Mosby over at the net with Fox. Hits off the side of the hand of Fox and falls to the floor.
Yeah, the longer that they trade, the more that this begins to favor Martinsburg. And Musselman does seem to be just a little bit flat right at the moment.
It's at 13-9. Alice, don't think that one went over. 14-9. Skylar Bishop. McCoy pushes that one at Bishop. It's a down ball from Villa. Fox. The finesse, the tip. Off the block, and then it just kind of bounces back over the Martinsburg defense.
Yeah, and Fox got single block in the center. Fox gets a single block in the middle. She's able to just push it through.
Fox serves at 14-10. Villa from the back line. It's out. So once again, Musselman cuts it to 3. That's as close as they've been able to get since Martinsburg got out to this big lead. It was 8-2 at one point.
Oh my.
Drops it in for an ace.
Crazy movement on that ball. So we're sitting just right of the net, and you could watch the ball, the movement, and it just seemed to, like it hit a cold air pocket and dropped to 10,000 feet. My goodness. Very difficult to react so very quickly in that situation.
14-12. Go to DeWater. She pushes that one over.
Oh, this
be a tough overpass, but McCoy was ready for it. She saw that it was an overpass, prepared for it, knew that DeWater was going to try to send it right back, so she got her block ready and got the roof. Timeout Martinsburg as it's a 1-point lead for the Bulldogs. We'll take a 30-second break. This is EPAC Volleyball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
Musselman has cut the lead down to 1. Martinsburg had a 6-point lead earlier in this set. Now it's 14-13. Ashley Fox, another serve. Villa down ball over the net barely after it hits it, and then it's a kill for McCoy. And we're tied up at 14.
And I actually like the timeout call. Calling the timeout with the lead in the third set, up 14-13. I like that Coach Nelson went with a quick timeout. It's just too much mangler.
Fox at Rhodes. Mosby gets it to clip the net.
She's got to keep her hands down. You move her feet.
Bishop's
got to be angled. Angle.
DeLauder gets the angle. Tough play. Nice kill.
Yeah, I mean, you have to know it's going to be a severe angle because the ball was way outside the plane of the antenna. Defense has got to rotate accordingly. No one should be standing on the line.
Bulldogs back up in front by 1. Alice blocked, and Watcher can't keep it alive. 2 in a row for Martinsburg.
Keeps the defense honest. There's a cumulative effect to spreading it out.
Watcher sets for McCoy off the block, and it falls.
And sometimes it's just a matter of that half-second delay because the setter has spread the ball across the entire front row. That defense, the defensive rotation hesitates for just one half, a tiny bit of time, waiting to make sure that the ball's not going a different direction. When you're constantly setting Chrisman and McCoy, you can cheat a little bit on defense.
Hutzler serves now for the Applemen, and we'll get a whistle and a hands call on the Bulldogs. Ties us back up again. 16-16. Hutzler at Sifford.
Got to be angle again.
DeLauder gets another kill on that angle.
We should see the entire left side of the court all swing towards the right side. They're staying at their defensive bases, not recognizing the further she moves outside the antenna, the more left the ball has to be propelled. Collis with the jump bump.
And it was a good job by Miller to even get the ball
Yeah,
over.
it really was. It really was.
Hutzler.
That's real tight.
McCoy, left hand.
She saved it.
Diving for it was Bishop.
Yeah, but you can't get a free ball and give a free ball. Got to run your offense. Lark comes off tip.
Gets the kill. 17 all. So Miller and McCoy sit down.
If there was ever a big serve for Maddie Sheldon, this is it. 17 all. Round 1 of sectionals. No, number 2 Martinsburg. I'm sorry, number 2 Musselman hosting Martinsburg.
Villa has to tip it. Diving dig by Dunnigan.
Slow.
Chrisman beats the block.
Shelton with a good first touch.
And Chrisman, big time swing.
And it's a kill.
Keeley Chrisman, the senior.
Yeah, and really, you got to, for me, I would give some mad props to Maddie Shelton there because not only she put the serve in play, after the defensive rotation came up, made a perfect pass, which resulted in the set and the kill to Chrisman. And look at that left-handed knuckleball coming through with an ace. And just like that, Musselman's up 19-17. If you're Coach Nelson, with your entire season on the line, at what point do you use your final timeout of the season?
I would think it have to be on the next point if they get it.
Yeah, he subs Rhodes in for Addison Sifford. Shelton comes right back at Rhodes, the cool kid off the bench.
2 straight aces for the freshman.
Rhodes has had a great career at Martinsburg.
3-point lead now. No timeout there.
Perfect pass by Sifford. The setter dump works. Catches. And actually, that's Shelton sleeping at her defensive base. She knows it. She brought her hands up to her face right away.
So Coach Nelson knows his team. They get the point back. Save the timeout for now.
Yeah, very good decision by Coach Nelson. You're right.
Zittel serving to the net. 21-18. It's a 3-point lead for Musselman with 4 points to go. Dunnigan serves that one at Rhodes.
Right at the 5. Perfect set. Comes to Villa. They read the tip.
There's Chrisman. Off block. Zittel. And wow, Bishop able to get that one back over.
Dunnigan way off, way off. Good adjustment by Chrisman. That's a senior right there.
It's a free ball. Hutzler serves. It's McCoy. from the 10 line.
Her foot was on the line. No one called it.
It sure was. Was she above the net?
Yeah, her foot was on the line. This was a good call. It took him a second to figure it out, but right away, I said right away.
So the point does go
Yes.
to Martinsburg. Scoreboard has not been changed to reflect it, but it is 21-19.
Oh, this is a 10 line. That's okay.
McCoy. It's a free ball.
Ooh.
Risman, line drive.
Yeah, and that would have been one where actually the Martinsburg bench does erupt that there's a hands. I agree. That was not good contact by the setter. And it was a missed call. So now we've got the score at 22-19. So I think the point from the miss of the back row attack has been repaired.
Yes. Scoreboard was not immediately reflected for that, but off the touch, you're right. It's another point for Martinsburg. It's the kill for Addie Strovel, 22-20. And Martinsburg still has one timeout left in its back pocket.
This is a real good front row for Martinsburg, too.
Rhodes, Mosby, and Bishop. And there's the block, but it's out. Wow, traveled all the way across the court.
Yeah, I was in shock. For a second, that's a great decision by Watcher. Good senior presence on the floor because I thought that ball was going to land in. There's a final timeout for Martinsburg.
And there wasn't much more time to really take before using it. 23-20. 2 points away from their season ending is Martinsburg. Let's take the 30-second break. This is EPAC Volleyball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
Both teams ready to go after the timeout. It's 23-20. Musselman looking to close out this first round sectional matchup. And Bishop gets the kill. Dunnigan couldn't quite get there. 23-21. And we just got an update from Hedgesville. Spring Mills won set number 3 over the Eagles, keeping their season alive.
Trouble.
Alice
with a good swing.
Rhodes off block.
Yeah, Rhodes with a good swing. They got Musselman on the ropes a little.
Go to McCoy. She beats the block.
She does beat the block.
And it's match point for the first time tonight. 24-21. And not many others you'd want serving with match point than Ashley Fox if you're Musselman. She starts out and clips the net, just barely. Mosby in the middle, off block. Will set it up, McCoy, off block again. Bishop will set up Rhodes.
It's off touch.
It is. They'll go back to McCoy, off touch, and it falls! Straight sets. The Musselman-Appleman advance and end the season of the Martinsburg Bulldogs. 3 sets to nothing, 25-18, 25-19, 25-21. And Musselman will await either the Hedgesville Eagles or the Spring Mills Cardinals on Thursday night. If Spring Mills comes back, then that match will be here at Musselman High School. Hedgesville closes things out. Then the Applemen will travel to the Eagles. Let's take a 2-minute break and come back with our postgame. Z-Pack Volleyball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
WVU Medicine introduces Walk-In Wednesdays. The Human Resources Department at the WVU Medicine Corporate Center in Martinsburg will host Walk-In Wednesdays every Wednesday in October. A WVU Medicine recruiter will be on site 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. to answer questions about positions that are available and assist those who submit applications via Workday. The WVU Medicine Corporate Center is located at 121 Administrative Drive in Martinsburg. For more info, contact sarah.hamlin at wvumedicine.org.
W. Harley Miller Systems understands the need and desire for reliable and affordable smart home solutions. Secure your home with a security system and keep a close eye on your family. Automate your home with a Control4 system and have smart technology work as one. Set daily schedules to control your thermostats. Push a button and set the mood for dinner by dimming lights and playing music, or just sit back and enjoy a movie in your own home theater. Put decades of experience to work for you. Visit us at whmsystems.com or call 304-350-1931.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
The final here from Musselman High School at Klein Court. 3-0. The Applemen take down and end the season of the Martinsburg Bulldogs. And last that we heard was that Hedgesville won the first 2 sets against Spring Mills. Spring Mills got the victory in set number 3. So the Eagles are 1 set away from setting up a matchup, another one against the Applemen. But from here tonight, Jim, 3-0. The Applemen get the win, 25-18, 19-21.
Yeah, and it's not for lack of talent or effort or coaching or anything on the Martinsburg side of the court. The thing is, you walked into a buzzsaw, and that buzzsaw just happens to be the Musselman Applemen, the defending 3-time state champion, and you're playing on their court on Halloween. I mean, there's nothing scarier, I think, in the world of volleyball, at least in the state of West Virginia, than having to face a 3-time defending state champion with 2 seniors on their court. So, you know, I take absolutely nothing away. The seniors for Martinsburg, I think, did their job. I think that the supporting cast did their job. It was just one of those things that, unfortunately, they collected too many unforced errors. They put themselves in situations where they're out of system. And then, on the other hand, Musselman just has that resiliency because they've been here, they've done it before. So when they got in situations where they were down, 7-2 or something like that, what did we talk about on air? We talked about, okay, they as long as they're trading 2-for-1s, they can whittle that away until they get within striking distance, and then they send a Miller, a Hutzler, a Shelton to the end line who has the potential to serve 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in a row, and suddenly now you're behind the 8 ball. Every little unforced error adds up, and then Musselman ends up in the sectional championship on Thursday night, which, as far as I'm concerned, they deserve to be there. I mean, in my mind, you can look at the state rankings, you can look at AAA, you can look at EPAC, but until someone else hangs a banner in their gym, Musselman is the defending state champion, and the road to the title goes through the Musselman Applemen.
And this is their first win, their first step on the way to a potential 10th state championship and a 4th in a row. So that'll do it here tonight from Musselman High School. We'll be awaiting the results of Hedgesville and Spring Mills. Obviously, we expect Hedgesville to close that one out, but regardless, we will have that one on Thursday night with you. I believe it'll be Nick Verzolini on the call for that one. It'll be him or Colin McLaughlin alongside with Jim Klein. So we'll wait that one, but until then, we'll keep an eye out on the TV10 Facebook page. Tune into the Sports Mix just to make sure, but that one should be also 7 o'clock on Thursday. If Hedgesville wins, it'll be at Hedgesville. Spring Mills pulls off the upset, it'll be here at Musselman. For Colin McLaughlin back at the studio, Nick Verzolini behind the camera, Jim Klein, I'm Dylan Bishop saying so long from Musselman High School. It's a 3-0 victory in the first round of sectionals for the defending state champion Appleman over the Martinsburg Bulldogs. Hoping you have a great rest of your Tuesday night and Halloween. Enjoy trick-or-treating out there. This has been EPAC Volleyball on TV10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
That concludes tonight's coverage of West Virginia High School Volleyball featuring the Eastern Panhandle Athletic Conference. Tonight's coverage is brought to you by the Mirius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, Rock's Local Markets, Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, Bechtel Jewelers, CMA Honda of Winchester, the Browns Funeral Home and Cremations, Orsini's Home Store, the Gary Kelly Allstate Insurance Agency, Hagerstown Ford, the Berkeley County Health Department, Modern Realty Results, and the Mansion Freddie Law Firm. Keep it tuned to TV10 for all of your local sports coverage.